I was never looking for the V. The V was coming to me.
When I was working on the Flying V documentary, one of my biggest wishes was to make an interview with Michael Schenker. He is with no doubt one of the most influenced musicians and artists in the music world today. From his early work with the Scorpions and UFO to his solo career, he had really put his finger marks on the music scene forever. I had tried to contact him through his management and official channels, but with no luck. And after a while I came to the conclusion that this would probably never happen. And I had to focus on the other artists instead. In October 2015 I went to the Guitar Vintage Show in Copenhagen and accidentally ran into Lasse Tjernø, the managing director for Thomann Nordic, and a really good friend of mine. We talked about the documentary and the artists that were participating in the project, and somehow Michael Schenker's name popped up again. And to my big surprise, Lasse told me that he actually knew this guy through Thomann and Dean Guitars. So by the help from Lasse and Elliot Rubinson, CEO of Dean Guitars, I finally made a contact to Michael Schenker. So after a lot of phone calls and emailing, I finally, almost 1.5 years later, in 2017 got my interview with Schenker himself. So the agreement was that I had to find some kind of location in Brighton, UK, at a hotel nearby for the interview. So I picked the Hilton Brighton Metropole at the King's Road down by the seaside. The interior of the hotel was in Art Deco style and a really beautiful place. I made the reservation back home in Copenhagen, and a few days later, me and my assistant took from Kastrup Airport to meet another friend of mine, Mike Koch, in Heathrow Airport, who would be driving us to Brighton for a 3-hour drive from London. Sunday, October 30 at 11 o'clock, I checked in at the Hilton Hotel and had a couple of hours to set up my camera gear at the conference room that I booked for the occasion, and at the same time finding some location for the photo shoot after the interview. At 1 o'clock, Michael Schenker arrived at the hotel and we met in the reception, said hello and went off to the conference room where the interview would take place. The interview went great and we talked about a lot of things, but mostly about the Flying V guitar.
I kept buying like V's, you know, from a guy called Paul Hamer, and I had a black and a white, and you know, and I wonder which one shall I play today? They both sounded good, you know. And in the end, I just said, you know, I'm just gonna paint the guitar black and white, you know. Jimi Hendrix played it, Johnny Winter played it, Andy Powell played it, Leslie West played it. They're all great guitarists, so they created respect for that guitar, you know, and I did too.
Michael was a true storyteller and a great and really funny guy.
I was playing with Kirk Hammett, you know, at the Eddie Trunk show, and he asked me some questions, and how do you get vibrato? And I told him, well, you put the guitar between your legs and go with your whole arm. Wow, that's how you get this heavy vibrato. Oh, that's why you were standing like that. I said, yeah, that's why I was standing like that. So all of this positioning that I had, that people thought like, wow, you know, that looks really good. It was not based on wanting to look good. It was to be able to play a certain way. You know, that's when people asked me, would you have done anything different? You know, if you could do it all over again, I said no.
So after the interview, we started the photo session at the lobby and in the hall of the Hilton Hotel. The hall was an Art Deco style room with 2 stairs rounding up to a big white door surrounded by green plants and flowers. and a big chandelier at the top of the ceiling. Michael started posing in the front of the stairs with 2 Flying V guitars and a big smile on his face. And everything just went right. Just until the door on the top of the stairs went up and a lot of people from a wedding reception came through the door and started walking down the stairs. Michael continued posing and didn't see what went on in the background. And in a very short time there was so many people in the hall that we had to find another place to shoot the rest of the photos. In this case, a big beautiful area with a big stairway in the back of the hotel. After 10 minutes, the same scenery repeated itself. The same wedding party came through the area where the photo session took place. So I decided that I had the photos I needed and we called it the day. Michael was escorted to his car, a big black Mercedes-Benz, and 1 hour later I checked out from the hotel and went back to London Heathrow Airport to catch my flight back to Copenhagen. So that was the Michael Schenker interview behind the scenes. And I really hope you liked it. And please subscribe and like the video if you want to see more videos like this. By the way, don't forget to drum roll.